This is Heroes and Zeros. This guy wants to be considered a hero. Now, he's in England. Adrian Shan is his name, and he is going after Pizza Hut hard because he says that he went into Pizza Hut and ordered not only their pizza, but also got some fries, and they have ketchup on the table. They don't have that here, do they? Fries? Yeah, I guess they have chips. They must have chips in England. Because that's
same thing, though, right?
It's the same thing. I don't think
they don't have that here, do they?
No, why would they?
He says that when he saw their bottle, and he was at the restaurant, he saw their bottle of ketchup, and it had the Pizza Hut logo. I've seen it. He said the bottle says, shake, squeeze, and squirt. And he says, this is the most sexualized concept I have ever seen, and you know exactly what you're doing.
Dude.
And he said, this sounds like an app for swingers. He's only 31.
Bro.
He's only 31. But shake, squeeze, and squirt. He said, I couldn't eat a bite. I said, take this away.
Get out of here.
I'm off chips.
His meal cost, for he and his family, cost $48.
Family?
Come on, family. Kids. Going out to get pizza and French fries.
He said he wanted a full refund of his 48 pounds. And he said, this is a sexualized tomato sauce, is a sexualized ketchup bottle, and I want my money back. And Pizza Hut said, we're not giving you your money back for that.
Yeah.
We're not doing
Good for
that.
Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm. So he is now trying to get Pizza Hut to change their ketchup bottles. He says the labeling of these ketchup bottles in these restaurants is so offensive and so sexualized, I'm off pizza entirely because of it.
That's all in his brain.
It's true. I mean, shake.
How else do you
shake,
say
squeeze, and squirt. I know. It's like a cartoony looking lettering, you know.
What does the equivalent Heinz ketchup say in the U.S.?
I don't know. They put anything like that on. I guess they assume
they have to put instructions.
I can't remember the last time I read a
I'm
ketchup
sure it says
bottle.
shake well.
It probably says
Probably
that.
does somewhere.
But isn't it self-explanatory how you squeeze and squirt? I don't think they have
People
to.
don't know how to shake. It helps to shake it at the beginning, that or mustard. That's
Well,
squeezable thing, so you don't get that little pre-squirt.
I hate the pre-squirt.
Now you're making it sexual.
Get that
That's where you're getting sexual.
Now the pre-squirt.
Well, that's what it is.
It's the war. When you've got your hot
The
dog,
watery discharge.
It's a watery discharge. Oh, that's better. Thanks.
I've had that looked into.
It's pre-squirt.
It is a watery discharge.
See your phisition.
Watery
It's
discharge.
natural.
It happens to all of us.
That's so medical. It's pre-squirt. Make it fun.
I was in sex ed one time in school, like high school, and they were talking about pre-squirt, watery discharge, like a pre-discharge
for young men.
for men, yeah. And the teacher said that can get a woman pregnant.
That's what Dear Abby told me when I was in like 6th grade.
And the guy next to me was like, "What?" And I was like, "I don't know.
I've heard that's not true.
That it can't get you pregnant."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I suppose it's one of those things where it's mathematically possible because there might be some little swimmers in there.
Interesting, but maybe
But that's mostly to make the roadway slicker for things.
Oh, is that what
come
it's
along
for?
later?
Oh, is that right?
To what I've read.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Nonetheless,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
this guy is very uncomfortable with this, and Pizza Hut has said that's the labeling of all our ketchup bottles for some time now. I can only apologize that it impacted the enjoyment of your meal. We are not giving you your money back. So
Good.
they're
Stand behind the hut.
Good. I'm with Pizza the Hut.
they're at a standoff here.
Did you see a picture of the bottle?
Yeah, I did. It's it looks like just like a Heinz ketchup bottle. It's got like a fun logo on it. It says Pizza Hut at the top. Now, and in big letters, it says shake, squeeze, and squirt. And then it's got like it coming, a picture of it coming out.
Yeah.
But this guy says that is like a
Too sexual.
porno movie.
His brain's like a porno movie.
I know, really. That's on him.
Arrest yourself.
Yeah, that is.
Maybe
all.
that's his screen name.
Yeah.
That's in the chat rooms.
Is that what it is?
Shake, squeeze, and squirt.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe so. There is a dad from New York City who is being called a hero today, as we do heroes and zeros, because he fought off some armed robbers who were trying to come into his house while he was on Halloween, trying to come into his house dressed up as trick-or-treaters. There were 3 of them, 2 guys and a woman, and they tried to force their way in dressed as superheroes. And one of them pulled out a gun while they were trick-or-treating, and he pushed them away because he had his family inside. 10:30 at night when they rang the doorbell.
Ooh, that's late.
He said that was the first tip-off.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway. This is not. And so he immediately, his hackles were up. His senses were up. And when he saw him standing on his porch, he opened the door and said, "A little late, isn't it?" And they went trick or treat and pulled the gun.
That's home invasion.
Yeah, tried to come in.
Oh, man, that's a pretty good line, too, there for the bad guys.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
Yeah.
Tricks or treat.
This is the neighbor talking about
It's
it.
a scary holiday, but it's Halloween. But I mean, that's something like that. It's very sad. This dad's a hero. He fought 2 guys off. He's Superman. People like that, especially what they had on them, can't be walking this community because somebody will get hurt.
She said 2 because one of them took off running, but the other 2 tried to come in. Both guys. He pushed them out, and they have caught those that did this. I guess that would be that's armed robbery. That is trying to. That's a home invasion there. You're exactly right. Hero number 3, Northern Ireland. This happened 2 months ago, but just now is going viral. A guy was running a half marathon and working as a pacer, which means he's out in front of everybody else. I guess he must be a great runner. The job of the pacer apparently is to go a few miles and try to encourage those along the way. So he's yelling at them like, "Let's go, let's go."
Well, sometimes, like if it's like an elite marathon, the pacers keep the pace up. They only go like for 5 miles as fast as they can to keep the contenders at near record pace.
That must be what he was doing. And he's got to be in great shape as a pacer, even to go just those 5 miles.
You don't even finish that sometimes.
Right. Well, yeah, that makes sense. This is a half marathon, but he's the pacer. And what he's doing is he's trying to encourage other runners to do well and keep the pace. And he had what happened to me from time to time, nipple chafe, nipple bleed.
Yeah.
So his nipples started bleeding terribly during the half marathon. So he yelled at the other runners, "Look, if I can do it, you can do it."
2 minutes! 2 hours! Go! Go, go, go! I'm bleeding from my nipples. You can do this. Oh, I'm bleeding. Go, 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 go!
You hear the pain. He's bleeding from his nipples, and you could see it coming down his
You left
shirt.
those days behind you, haven't you, Kelly?
Yeah, pretty good so far.
What do you attribute that to?
You don't run like that quite as much. You're in the gym more.
I am, but I'll tell you, I think it's
That's movage.
That's movage.
It's
Your breasts are smaller.
I do attribute it to that because I'm still going about 3 to 3.5 miles, and I'm not feeling nearly as much chafe.
When it would happen, when the blood would come, did you feel it start instantly, or do you not even feel it?
You start to feel it, like if I feel it early, just the rub. It's like, uh-oh. And
Was it a cotton shirt or the dry fit, or
either one? Doesn't matter. I used to think it was a cotton shirt, but I switched, and I would feel it early, just a tingle, a tingle in both nipples. And then
Ooh, I like it.
The more I would go, and
at first,
and the sweatier you get, then it starts to burn. And you're like, oh God! And then you see the little patches of blood, the little
bloody discharge,
little bloody circles.
a preschool.
Yeah, and then if you go a long way, it starts to roll down, so you have the red
Straight
11.
lines.
Yep, you have what's
The
called
dreaded red 11.
Dreaded red 11.
And Mama can't get that out of the laundry.
No, nothing. No, it's still
No,
there.
that shirt's in the garbage.
That's right. But I know when it starts, like, uh-oh. And when I start to feel it now, I think I better cut back on my eating because I'm getting more moobage. You're right. That's the larger they get, the worse it gets.
Yeah, that's your marker. That's when you know when.
It is. That's why I think.
What a gift.
Yeah.
Trouble ahead. How do you know? My breasts are swelling.
You're like the mean girl who could tell the weather when her breasts swell.
He's right.
Or I should eat less cheese. One of the
He's
two.
right. He's absolutely right.
Wish I had that.
If you
It's
start
gonna
to
rain.
Well, listen. If you start to feel it in your
Windy.
No, it can happen. That is absolutely real. A 0 today. We have a man who is being sought in Glasgow, Scotland, when President Biden was traveling for the climate change summit. Is he still there? Are they still doing
I
that?
think.
Well, I think it's wrapped up now.
He was making a speech yesterday, I saw.
Yeah, he did
Another
his big speech and promised what we were going to cut. And
Right.
all that.
Sometimes they'll hang out in England or in Europe and visit other countries.
Yeah, he
while
might
they're
do
there.
that.
He was flashed by a large, naked Scottish man. That's how the man has been described. Large, naked, and Scottish. Gentleman was not a fan of the president, and Biden was going from his hotel in Edinburgh to the conference in Glasgow when the reporter noticed there's a large...
Yeah, that's pretty typical for Scottish. It's not that unusual. I've been to Scotland.
They're large,
Large and naked.
naked men.
Lift up their kilt.
At one point on a smaller country road, a large, naked Scottish man stood in his front window taking a picture of the motorcade with his phone as it went by. So it wasn't like he was protesting. He was just large and naked and taking a picture. Biden was also filmed appearing to fall asleep during the...
I did see that clip.
Was he actually sleeping or was he just...
I don't know.
Nodding? Was he resting his eyes?
I mean, he was sitting in a chair. He was upright, but... definitely the eyes closed.
Long day.
We've been there. Hard not to.
As old as he is.
Well, and just going through those speech after speech.
Oh, I know.
Pretty much saying the same thing. We're killing the earth. We get it.
On climate.
We all have to band together. Okay.
Can't we all just put money towards this climate thing so we don't have to have these damn speeches and meetings?
Plus, I think Glasgow is like 45 minutes from Edinburgh.
Right, so he's traveling.
They got to travel back and forth to the hotel.
Doing a lot of driving. Man's aged, as we know.
He is.
You think he's going to run again, Dave?
No.
I don't either. I don't think it'll be him.
I don't see it.
I don't see the Democrats.
I don't know that he ever
wanting him.
even planned to.
Yeah, he hasn't said, but he's only a year in, but I don't see him running again either.
I don't know what the crop is out there.
I don't either.
Right, who's in the wings?
Slim pickings.
I don't either. There's another hero here today. This is a woman. It's marathoning again. The woman is being hailed a hero today because she finished a marathon in her best time ever. She beat her best time by Full marathon. This was actually a month ago. But she was doing something called the Mountains to Beach Marathon in California. It ends in Ventura, California, participating in the 26.2-mile race. And she had to use the bathroom. She had problems with her bowels.
Many runners do.
Many do. She was 13 miles into it and knew she was on pace to beat her all-time record. She's run 7 marathons.
Oh, no.
And she decided to just let fly right
on the
there.
run.
On the run.
And do the last 13 messy?
The last 13 she did messy. And she's telling her story now. And she said, I knew around mile 13 this was going to be my personal best, but I had to poop. Her name is Tamara Torlickson.
Oh, don't give your name out.
I'm sorry.
No, it's on her. It's not on you.
Tamara Torlickson.
Poopy leg.
She had her bowels go at age... Now, in her defense, she has a young child, and she said, it's my first marathon since giving birth. I wonder if that had something to do with it.
That's embarrassing. That's not worth the time.
Yeah.
Although the kid is 2, though. The kid is 2. But she beat her best time by a minute 20. She said, if I had veered off the path to go into the woods or something, I wouldn't have beaten
But she's coming in her crepulence and...
She said if she...
Yeah, they take your picture when you cross the finish line, arms raised. They put a medal around your neck.
It's true. She said if I had...
Here, you put it on.
What does she change into? She just wrap one of those silver foil blankets around her waist?
She said if I had
Stank.
Listen, she said no regrets. If I had to do over again.
Yes, regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah, she's had a bunch.
No regret. 3 hours and 7 minutes is what she ran it. That's a
hell of a pace.
That's
great.
Great marathon time. But she says I would do it again to get my best time.
That's too bad.
So all the training, she had to do it that way. Hero, 82-year-old grandmother Judy Deed is a hero to her family. She has announced that she wants to get her very first tattoo, and she got it. And the whole family went to get it with her at age 82.
82. Do you call her a slut, Kelly, because she got a tattoo?
I think she'll regret it. I think she'll regret it.
She's old.
That's so mean, but that's true. You do that.
Yeah, it is.
I don't do that in front of people. You say it like this. Well, I don't call a woman a slut.
Well, no, never to their face.
Never to their face.
This is how you mark people off for the Super Bowl party.
I do not say that.
82-year-old slut gets first tat.
Where was it?
Yeah, what's she getting where?
Veg. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Come on,
I
man.
don't know. She said, I read an article and it blew me away saying that to live each day, carpe diem to the fullest, and I've always wanted to get one. So she got the tattoo. I don't know where she got it. They don't announce where she got it. She got it 2 weeks ago.
Was it carpe diem?
I'll bet.
It sounds like that's what she got.
Yeah, it was. She said not only did she get one, her daughter, her grandchildren got, like 5 people got them. Her whole family went to get them.
Oh, Grandma got an ass hat.
She and her daughter were talking about it.
I want to get a tattoo.
Of what?
Well, I'm not really sure. I'm thinking I like that one you were talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get you a tattoo.
Inspirational words. In this was Fort Wayne, Indiana, where this took place. So they did make it a family affair. Milestone moment for this woman, 82-year-old grandmother, Judy Deed.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to regret that. I think that.
Wait till she gets old and her skin starts to sag.
When her skin starts to sag.
She meets somebody at the home.
You know, when she's 90, guys are going to be like,
what have I done?
Right. You have to go get it removed. It was at Pete Davidson said that he's got so many, he has to say, keep the unicorn. But
when you get them removed,
right,
they have to describe them to you.
Because he's having them.
And that's really where you hear what you've done.
That's right.
Yeah, keep Calvin and Hobbes.
Well, that's right. Do you want this guy, was it like the Lucky Charms bear peeing on?
Yeah. That one I want.